Hi everyone, welcome. This is part 2 of my color along out of Autumn Scenes. So this one was a requested book. So Autumn Scenes by Teresa Goodrich. We are on part 2. Don't mind those. Those are skin tones for another project. I am always up to something. Okay, so last time we did the sky and the tree. I'm still filling in my tree. I did a little more before I started, but then I decided I want to go ahead and record before I get too tired or somebody wakes up or the dogs start barking, anything like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with some greens tonight. So if you are joining in on this, pull your greens. I am going to do a green wine bottle. If you are doing purple or what have you, blue, then you won't need them for this part. But I'm also going to do my hills and then possibly some of these pines down here. I'm gonna do these green, dark green though, but I'm gonna leave my bushes alone for now because I want to make sure I got the right contrast going on. So let me pull my dark green. All right, so here we are. I got you pulled in a little. I am going to start with this little background section here. These are the colors I quickly chose and swatched. As you can see for my hills, I'm going to do a lighter green and I'm going to throw in some goldenrod or a more tanny brown golden color, just to kind of give that fall feel because grass turns colors in the fall. This tree right here, I'm going to have a super dark and probably leave off the bottom color because I want to keep these dark. And then this will be my wine. Now again, if you are doing something different with your wine, you won't need this combo. But if you are following along, and I will tell you these colors as I go, but I think I am going to do a purple wine and maybe purple grapes. I'm still undecided on the grapes, if I want purple or green. So I will probably just start with the bottle and the hills and the trees, and we will go from there. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is take apple green, and this is my lighter green of the ones I pulled. Okay, and I'm gonna go at the bottom. I'm not gonna go all the way up. I'm also gonna play with a little bit of this sun factor coming in here, so I can come back and put my fence posts in, but for now I'm gonna go ahead and just color over with my green. Okay, this is a hill right here. This is a little hill. And that's a little hill. So if you're unsure, you don't have to do it just yet. This is kind of what I'm thinking I want mine to look like. Again, I didn't come in super hard. Just playing with these colors a little bit. Now this hill over here is further away from the sun, so I am going to bring my green up a little higher. But my sun is going to hit it from this side, so I kind of want to keep that in mind as I'm playing with the colors here. And you could also say your hill or your house is blocking these ones, but I still want a little color there. I'm not going to get too exact with it. I kind of just like to do what looks good. All right. So next I'm going to take a little bit of chartreuse. This is just chartreuse, which is like a fluorescent green. It is not yellow chartreuse. And not all the way to the top, but I am going to back blend, which means I'm going to pull that green I just put down up as I go with small circles. Now, if you are going to do this part green, you want to be careful that you're not going to lose this in with your hills. You might want to pick a different set of greens. Up to you, just things I'm thinking of as I'm going. Oh my goodness. All right, and then we are going to go canary yellow, which is just a regular bright yellow, and this is kind of be our sun reflecting off the top here. Again, not all the way. Okay, just making sure I got that everywhere I want it. Now, this is going to look odd at first, but I'm going to blend it back in. This just gives them a little more color. And if I decide to do fall bushes or anything, then this color will be incorporated elsewhere in the page. So I have it in the tree, I'm bringing it down. Kind of my thinking on it. I like to keep all my colors incorporated and balanced. Okay, and then I'm just going to come back with that yellow, and it's going to be my blender color. If you like it the way it is, you don't really have to go back over, because it does kind of blend itself as you put it on, but I'm going to tone it down a little and make sure there's no harsh spots here. All right. So those are the hills. We are looking good. Okay, quickly gonna knock, oh actually I'm gonna do these trees first. This is a dark green, mine is super short, I'm sorry. Still haven't remembered pencil extenders. So there is my super dark green right here. You want a little bit of a sharp tip, pardon the noise. And we are going to flick with these lines on the tree, staying dark on the side. I will come back with this as well. Okay, I'm going to go grass green, which is this one. You need to see it swatched. Okay, now I'm not going to leave this right here white like I did on this one, because this is shadowed by this big tree. So I'm going to leave just a tiny spot in the middle. And the trees don't really have a light spot in the middle. To me, it just more adds a little contrast to the eye when we look at them. To have just that little bit of different green in there. Okay, I'm going to come back with this and I'm going to add a couple of my texture marks. Totally up to you whether you want to do that or not. And I'm going to make this shadow right here a little darker. Okay, so just kind of touching those up. So those will be the same as these three right here. And now I'm going to hop over and do my wine bottle, which I'm going to do a pretty close to the same colors. I am not going to do this part yet. Just going to do the glass. So this is my dark green. I'm trying to stay close to the edge. I'm not going to worry about this part just yet because when I bring my purple in, the purple will be there for the wine. Adding a little shadow there. I'm going to add it around the label. That's up to you. I like the looks of that. I'm also going to darken right next to this highlight mark. This line right here is not liquid. This is reflection of the glass on the other side. So I want to make sure I got that put in. Okay, grass green like I did on this tree. Blending as I go, taking my time. Now, again, the colors of your wine bottle might vary. If you're wanting more of a gold or this color, olive color, that's a moss green that I would use more than like that combination, more than this one. I'm just going for rich and vibrant. I don't drink a lot of wine, but this is what I like looks wise. So whatever color, even if you're doing purple, you follow the same steps with your colors you've chosen. This black line right here, I will put in with a white gel pen. Okay, and then I'm bringing in the chartreuse that I had up here. Small circular motions. Now you will notice when I first put this in, I'm going to have a large area of this bright green. I will be fixing that. We're not going to leave it like that. But to start with, I do want to have that in there. Okay, now, like I said, that is a really bright green. So I am going to come over with apple green, very lightly. And you will see it's kind of leaving, you can see the little streak marks. I want those because it's glass. Okay, just kind of buffing out any rough spots with this color. All right, and there is my wine bottle to start with anyway. I will play with the rest of this more as I get some more of the page filled in. I'm going to leave it like that for now. And I'm not going to put my white gel pen in until the very end, because if I happen to have green or anything on my hand and I run it across these highlights while I'm doing this page, it will turn my highlights color as well, and I don't want that. Sorry, seen a weird spot, caught my eye. Okay. So, to get a little red in here with my green, I'm going to pull Tuscan Red, which is also going to be in my wine when I do it. But I'm going to do my house. So if you're unsure of this color, I would check it out first when I'm done and see if it's something you like. Now, if I could paint my house this color, I would. I love this color. Maroon is like my favorite. But I live in an apartment, so I have to dream. So, and being it's a nice fall page, I was like, why not pull in some of my favorite red here. Sorry about the crinkling in the back. We have a new foster baby addition to our family. We got another little boy who's a little smaller than the orange one, if you've seen him. But they are getting acquainted and playing, and they found a water bottle bag to play in. So that is the noise. And he brought it to me. Sometimes I swear this little guy is part dog. He wags his tail and he drags everything around. Okay, so there is my Tuscan. Now, if you're wanting more of a brownish, this is my Tuscan. If you're wanting more of a brownish house, go terracotta. See how pretty those are? If you're wanting to keep your more of a red feel of a house, go crimson. So I'm going to do a brown roof, so I am going to stick with my crimson. It's not going to be as bright as you would think. Oh, and I did not mean to do the brick. Try to avoid your bricks, because that is where I'm going to pull in that terracotta. And I am only using the two colors just because this house is not all that roomy for a whole bunch of layers and texture. The wax shine on that is really bad. I'm sorry. There's the actual color. Now, some of that dark brown off that tree will come in here, which will help things and bring things a little more together. So this, I'm just kind of fixing any spots that look a little rough. Kind of make my brick stand out a little bit here. They got a little covered up. Okay, so you can see just kind of adding touch-ups, fixing shadows, fixing streaky lines. Now that I have both my colors in, I can see where it needs to be a little darker, what looks a little weird. But I like it for the most part. I do have an electric eraser, I just feel like it's so loud. Kind of like my pencil sharpener. I want my dark. Where did I just set my dark? Okay, I'm also quickly going to put these trees in while we're here. Again, so this is dark green. grass green. Apple green. Right, we are making good progress here. So these, I think I'm gonna do fall colors, and my roof will be brown. So that's just kind of how I'm plotting and planning things here. Sorry, that glare is so bad on that. So I'm trying to decide where else. Okay, quickly, while I have these same colors out from the tree, I'm gonna do the little walkway. So I'm gonna turn this a little. Let me see where I'm at on camera here, make sure you can still see. Okay, so I am going to go lightest color first. And I'm gonna go about medium pressure. I don't usually base color first, but I do like the effect that this gives. Okay, so I'm gonna get up against here. Okay, now I'm going to go darkest color, which is my dark brown, same as the tree. I'm not gonna press hard though. If you want super dark spots, press harder, but you can see I'm kind of even putting somewhere there isn't any lines. Just kind of giving this road some life here. Okay, then we're gonna bring in our medium. We're not gonna color the whole thing. Do not cover your whole piece in this medium. You will lose all the definition you just worked hard to put in. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back over with that goldenrod. Using the side of my pencil to blend and kind of smear. Give it that dirty feel. So there is our road. So while I have those colors out, I'm also going to come up here, and you can do this however you want, but I am just going to randomly choose tiles to be dark brown. I don't want a pattern. I don't want to have to try to outline all these little lines. So I'm doing it this way. Oops, that one got a little wild there. It's hard to do with a shorter pencil, but and you can always come and add more dark brown if you need it. You just don't want a huge spot of dark brown in one, because it might make it look like you have a hole in your roof or something. So we want to alternate, and you can choose as many browns as you want as well. I'm not going to do this whole thing on camera, but I wanted to give you an idea of how it's going to go. I know I have a few following along this time. I think at least 3 of you, which is exciting. We are not playing Chase the Pencils right now. Sorry. No. Oh, and now he's gonna purr because he thinks Oh my goodness. Yep, lay down. I need to give him a little box so he can lay down and watch. Lay down. Okay, so this is the second color. No. I was gonna try to let him lay there and be nice because I know he'll just be right back, but I don't know. Let me do a little of this and then I'll hold it up. I'm not sure if you can see the effect just yet because these are so small. Okay, and then same thing, just goldenrod. We're just randomly placing the color. I'll kind of finish this bottom row a little bit and show you. Got a few too many lights in a row here. Hold on one sec. We don't want too many of one color in a row because then it looks like we kind of got lazy and just said, whoop, done. My goodness, that kitty is just troublemaking tonight. Okay, so there will be the roof we are going for. Hopefully it'll focus. Okay, so that is what we are going for. So I'm going to go ahead and stop there. And I'm going to pull you out. All right, so there we are so far on our page. We're getting there, looking good. Questions, comments, suggestions, please let me know. And I hope to see you for part 3. Thanks for watching. Sorry.